We've all taken a few cuts at the plate, but could you swing away at Busch Stadium? Today on Softball 360, one lucky softballer earns a chance to go deep at the home of the St. Louis Cardinals. In the ASA Stadium Power Tour, the race to the finals tightens up. 6 sluggers battle for 4 spots. Teams Combat, DeMarini, Easton, and Mikan are playing for keeps.
I always do better when I just come out and have fun and hit it as far as I can.
And we'll visit with a softball legend as we spend a day at camp with Jennie Finch. Softball tips and life lessons, just part of what these happy campers are learning from an Olympic gold medalist.
You know, you can see and feel their passion and love for the game of softball and hopefully encourage and inspire these young girls to go after their dreams and goals. Get a grip, share a tip. Softball 360, presented by the ASA, starts right now.
Excited to bring you the news, features, and the how-to.
All right, it's time to get it on.
Greetings, softballers, and welcome to another edition of Softball 360 presented by the ASA. I'm Carly Applin, excited to bring you the latest from the world of softball. Now, in the ASA Stadium Power Tour, we are rounding third and headed for home, and that points battle is really starting to heat up. For all the latest action, let's head to my friend and colleague Dave Benz, who's at the legendary Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
Dateline, St. Louis, Missouri, home of the mighty Cardinals. As the Bombers meet up for game day BP, they have a special guest. Scott Knight earned a spot to hit at Busch Stadium on the Mikan Freak Tour. The Knight Rider brought a special weapon to BP, his wife.
We've been doing it together for 23 years. She throws biscuits.
She's been pitching BP to Scott for more than 20 years and knows how to get him ready for the big show tonight.
A little bit over his head. We're coming in there. I think that's how it is.
Game time at Busch Stadium. 15 pitches, each homer is worth 1 point, except the last one, the money ball. That's worth 2 points and could decide things.
I mean, I see a lot of baseballs hit here far, but the softballs, they're monster shots.
The Knight Rider steps up first with his Mikan Freak bat. Kaboom! He makes his wife proud. And it's a good show for Scott Knight. Up next, Combat's Johnny Crawdaddy McCraw. He's hit well at Busch Stadium in the past and quickly sends evil softballs soaring into the upper deck. 400 feet and rising. Despite the titanic blasts, the Crawdaddy cannot find his groove, and the chances for the finals are looking grim. It's an important game for Easton's Scott Kirby. He's got to go big, or he may have to go home. Nice swing, Curbs. He simply crushed that ball into Big Mac land. Mark it at 425 feet. Tough day for Mr. Kirby. 6 points, and the pressure is on as Curbs' postseason is in jeopardy. Stepping up, the original big man, Mikan's Denny Grand Slam crime. DC and his sweet swing have been on a roll, making the march to the finals look inevitable. Boom! There it goes, 450 feet. DC calls Las Vegas home, and he's a good bet for the postseason. The last man standing, Mican's Kevin Flip Philby. Number 30 comes out swinging like a prize fighter. Kaboom! That evil softball is heading to another area code. Fans in right field are collecting plenty of evil softball souvenirs today. On the money ball, bounced check and denied. But still a great show by Philby. 10 points wins the day for the hefty lefty.
I'll tell you what, it was tough conditions, man. Everybody struggled tonight. You had to really hammer it. You weren't getting any help tonight with any miss hits. You had to hit it every time. So, fortunately, I was on it tonight a little bit. Wish I would have hit that money ball to put me at 12, but I'll still take 10. That keeps me in the hunt for the final. So.
Keep in mind, only 4 Bombers will qualify for the finals, and we are all fired up for that road to Miami. Stick around, more action right here on Softball 360 just ahead.
He goes by the name Big Country, and his booming voice is as large as the state of Oklahoma. When Softball 360 returns, meet the man behind the microphone at ASA events.
It's softball time in Oklahoma.
Check out these happy campers, learning from the best at a softball camp organized by gold medalist and softball ambassador Jennie Finch.
We all know what it's like just to cruise and go through the motions out there in practice, right? Will cruising get you to your goals?
Not many ballparks have an aquarium, nightclub, and a bobblehead museum. Marlins Park will host the finals of the ASA Long Haul Bombers Stadium Power Tour, and we'll have a preview after a brief timeout. Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Easton Sports, there is a difference. The difference is Easton. By Mican Sports, elite equipment for the elite player. Mican Sports. By DeMarini. Upgrade your game with the DeMarini Stadium CL22 and Flipper Aftermath. And by OfficialGear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Let me ask you a question. Who inspires you?
Jessica Moore.
Michelle Smith inspires me.
Greatness begins with a dream. Legends inspire dreams. Join the USA Softball Legacy Club and help us keep the dream alive.
8 teams arrived in Oklahoma City with the goal of becoming national champions.
Welcome back to Softball 360. Now, the ASA calls Oklahoma City home, and the man who calls their games is simply known as Big Country. Let's meet the man behind the mic.
It's softball time in Oklahoma.
His booming voice is what many associate with softball. Meet Chad Gilbert, the sound of the stadium.
8 teams arrived in Oklahoma City with the goal of becoming national champions. And now only 2 remain. Tonight,
I just like the speed of the game. I like the strategy and the speed of the game. I love the atmosphere and the growing of the sport and everything that goes with that. But I take a lot of pride just to get it right.
Chad's a humble man from rural Oklahoma whose love of sports comes thundering through the PA microphone.
This is your team, the red, the white, and the blue. Team USA!
At the World Cup of Softball, Chad quickly became an expert on how to properly pronounce players and coaches from all over the globe.
Have you ever completely butchered a name?
Sure I have. I've done that multiple times, and and there's nothing you can do about it because public address announcing, when it goes, it goes. You can't reel it back in.
And when it's game time, rest assured, Chad will be ready for the call.
Big game time. This is it. So now go.
It's softball time in Oklahoma.
That's what we wanted.
I would say that's the signal.
Sounding good, big country. Now it's time to meet a softball legend, a gold medal winner, and a softball ambassador. We're hanging out with Jennie Finch.
Meeting a legend, just part of the experience at a softball camp hosted by two-time Olympic gold medalist Jennie Finch.
We have hundreds of campers out. We have past teammates, friends, sisters. We cover all aspects of the game. We have a 2-day camp, lots of fun in store. We're about to do a pitching demonstration. We'll do a hitting demonstration tomorrow.
Sure, these young players are getting world-class softball instruction from Jennie and her team, but there's much more than sharing softball skills at this camp.
I want to just share the life lessons that I learned through the game. They see the trophies, they see the medals, they see all the great stuff, but they don't know the struggles that it took to get there and the failure that I had to endure to get there. And so out the fundamental skills of the game, this camp for sure, but most importantly, it's those life lessons that can be carried into the classroom, at home, you know, whatever platform you're on, you can learn and you can become better.
Listen in as Jennie shares some of life's gems of wisdom.
Like I said, you all have greatness within you, but a lot of times it takes you digging into that gut and turning it from good to great. We all know what it's like just to cruise and go through the motions out there in practice, right? Will cruising get you to your goals? No, you gotta be pedal to the metal, pushing your body to the max, climbing that ladder, because there's girls all around this country that are climbing that ladder and getting better each and every day.
Back on the field, the future of the sport is in pretty good hands as they take direction from one of the greats of the game.
It's so much fun to get letters and emails and just have the young girls' faces light up when they see the gold medal, and just, you know, you can see and feel their passion and love for the game of softball. And, you know, I think too, the ones that really tug at my heart are the ones that were struggling with something, or young girls that came up, you're the reason why I play, you're the reason why I pitch. It's so exciting just to, you know, be a small part and hopefully encourage and inspire these young girls to go after their dreams and goals.
Stay right here, more Softball 360 just ahead.
From the Orange Bowl to the Super Bowl and beyond, when Softball 360 returns, a preview of the Stadium Power Tour Finals from Miami. Teams Mikan, Combat, DeMarini, and Easton ready to get it on. But first, after a long season of slugging softballs across America, where do the Long Haul Bombers like to relax and take a vacation?
Coming to Vegas enough, I'm gonna have to say Vegas is probably my favorite vacation spot.
I want to do an Alaskan cruise. And the only reason why I want to do that is because my fiance, all she wants to do is go to warm places where it's hot and sweaty and get sunburnt. So I want to go somewhere where we ain't gonna get sunburned.
I have to say Myrtle Beach, because that's anytime I go on vacation, that's where it's at.
I don't remember last time I had a vacation without softball gear.
Hawaii is, it's expensive, so you can't do it all the time. But every time you leave your room and go somewhere, you take a picture, it could be a postcard.
Welcome back to Softball 360. It's time to set the stage for the ASA Stadium Power Tour Finals as we get a perspective on what it took to get here and what to expect in Miami.
The world's greatest softball home run hitters. The road to the Stadium Power Tour Finals leads here, the newest park in the Bigs, Marlins Park, home of the Miami Marlins. You can't spell Miami sports history without Orange Bowl. Marlins Park is built on the exact site of the one and only Orange Bowl, home to 5 Super Bowls. Marlins Park seats 37,000 with air conditioning and a uniquely Miami feel. The massive retractable roof shields spectators while keeping fans cool and dry. Plenty of amenities include a ginormous Jumbotron, a nightclub, the world's largest bobblehead museum, and even a taste of Miami can be found here.
Tastes like banana.
But perhaps the single most amazing feature, a full-blown aquarium behind home plate. Now, back in 2012, Kevin Flip Philby was a rookie on the Stadium Power Tour. Flipper made the most of that season and won the championship in Miami in a dramatic hit-off with the legend Brett the Hitman Helmer. Helmer bats first. The entire season is riding on this pitch, and oh, the humanity! The Hitman shanks it. Now Philby steps up. Here's the pitch, and there it goes.
It's about to get crazy in Miami tonight.
Will it get crazy in South Beach this year? The answer will come, courtesy the business end of a softball bat.
More ahead on Softball 360. Stay tuned.
Still ahead, the regular season finale on the ASA Stadium Power Tour. What 4 Bombers will earn the right to hit at the finals? Softball 360 is brought to you by ASA USA Softball, the national governing body of softball in the U.S. By Combat Sports, not all bats are created equal. By Evil Sports, the best softball on the planet is evil. evilsports.com. By bpathletics.com. For the best service and price, bpathletics.com. By softballcenter.com, the site for major softball news. And by officialgear.com, the one-stop shop for umpires and officials.
Hey softball fans, if you like big time blasts and beyond, then we have your ticket. It's time for the final event of the regular season, and here's the drama. 6 sluggers are vying for 4 spots in the finals. Dave Benz joins us to sort it all out.
When the opening act is Border Battle 7 between Team USA and Canada, the main event at Dow Diamond has to be huge. What 4 Bombers will make it to the finals? What team will earn the right to hit for the Manufacturers Cup? Let's get the season finale of the ASA Stadium Power Tour started. The rules of engagement are simple. 15 pitches to send an evil softball soaring. Each home run is worth 1 point, except the last pitch, the legendary money ball. It's worth 2 points and is a game changer. Easton's Brian Wegman leads the show. Wegs has no fear and gets the home run party started. See ya! Bye-bye, Elvis has left the building. Wegs and his 11 points look good thus far. DeMarini's Chris the Crusher Larson is the defending champ. He's playing hurt and needs a big day at the plate. Crusher is swinging hard. His DeMarini bat is getting it done, but time will tell if 8 points will get Crusher to the postseason party. Bryson BB Baker is hitting today for Scott Kirby. BB packs in a lot of power with textbook technique. BB is on the money with 9 points, and folks, we've got ball game. Miken's Kevin Flip Philby, the 2012 champ, straps in. Flip wants another title, and the hefty lefty starts by sending evil softballs soaring to right field. One after another, 450 feet and beyond. Flip ends with a dozen points and takes the lead. Here comes Big Bubba Brungart from Team DeMarini, the defending Manufacturers Cup champs. Bubs is one of the youngest players on the tour, but there's nothing naive about his game. His hard-hitting, savage swing sends softball souvenirs soaring. Bubs goes big, 12 points and ties for the top spot, with a few blasts checking in at 450 feet. It's Crine time. Denny Grand Slam Crine. When DC wants something, he uses the right tool to get the job done. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Crine is on a roll. One after another head deep into the night. Yowza! Is there no stopping him? 13 points for DC. Top dog tonight, and he heads into the finals in the #1 spot. Teams Mikan and DeMarini have a big score to settle in Miami at the finals for the Manufacturers Cup.
Congratulations to Denny Grand Slam Crine, who qualifies #1 for the Stadium Power Tour Finals. Team Mikan and DeMarini will square off for the coveted Manufacturers Cup. That's all the time we have for you today. We will see you at the finals. And of course, make sure to hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Carly Applin, and as I like to say, get out to the park and play.
Next week on Softball 360, a championship edition, the finals of the ASA Stadium Power Tour. Discover who is the greatest home run hitter in the land.
And what can fans expect here tonight?
Hopefully a show. And with no conditions, when the stadium's closed, there's no conditions, so it's up to us to see how far we can hit it.
And highlights of the ASA Super as we crown a national champion in slow pitch softball.
The competition is really good, and the players are the best players in the world, right? You know, it's what they play all year for. You work all year to come down here at Nationals time and hopefully play great.
Those stories next week on Softball 360, presented by the ASA.